My wife got a disrespectful tattoo, so I divorced her. My ex-wife Ann and I are in our mid-30s. We were married 3 years together, 5 years total after our engagement party, and told me she wants to get matching tattoos. I told her I have nothing against tattoos, I just don't want one. After the wedding she again asked to get matching tattoos. I said no again. I told her she can get a tattoo if she wanted, but I'm not interested. She said it's something she wants to do as a couple and won't get one unless I get a matching one. I still refused, but she brings it up again every 6 months or so and is more insistent every time. Recently she was promoted and transferred at her job. One of her new co-workers has several tattoos and she has spoken to him about it. He suggested I wasn't a man if I was scared to get a tattoo. She asked me if I was scared to get a tattoo. I said I'm not scared, there's just no reason to do it. Then added, I understand why your friend at work would insult my manhood, he's trying to get into your pants, but why would you throw his words in my face? Her response was if the shoe fits. Then she got up, went to the bedroom and slammed the door. That was when I began to suspect that she was sleeping with her co-worker. I mean, why else would she start acting this cruelly out of nowhere? She didn't talk to me for 2 days. A few days later she told me she was going shopping that evening. She came home and showed me her new tattoo, 2 Chinese symbols on her forearm. She said they mean strength and independence. My ex-wife is white and does not speak Chinese, by the way. When I looked closer I saw there were English letters JW beneath the Chinese. Once I asked her about the initials, she was silent a while, took a deep breath and said they were her co-worker's initials. He had taken her to his tattoo artist. He had suggested those particular Chinese characters. He stayed with her and lent support while she got inked. She wanted to honor that support in their friendship, so she had his initials tattooed beneath the symbols controlling my anger. I told her that having another man's initials tattooed on her body was disrespectful to me and that she should have them removed. She said I was trying to control her, that I had said she could have a tattoo, and I refused to share the tattoo experience with her. So she had chosen to share that experience with a friend who wasn't scared of a little needle. I sat there at a loss, wondering how could she not see that it's disrespectful. We barely spoke the next few days, and when we did, the tattoo was always the subject. She said I should get over it and there's nothing wrong with having JW's initials tattooed on her arm. Finally, after weeks of fighting, I straight up asked if she was sleeping with JW. She hesitated, then said yes and actually sneered at me. At least he's a real man, she said. The details of our breakup and divorce aren't important other than to say that it was not contested. The few times we spoke during the process, we were civil to each other. The day the divorce was finalized, I called and told her I finally had a good reason. So I got a tattoo. I said my tattoo also symbolizes strength and independence. My tattoo is the date our divorce was final. She was silent for a while, and when she began to cry, I hung up. I broke up with my girlfriend for what she did to my ex, so let me start off by saying I, 26 male, met the love of my life 7 years ago. My ex. For the sake of not confusing everyone, let's call her M. M and I met when I was at the lowest point in my life. I had just lost my best friend to a car accident and I was kicked out by my parents because I had gone down a dark hill I didn't think I could recover from. M was working at the rehab center I was sent to and we just clicked. She was the most supportive person I had ever encountered. Always told me I was on the right path, no matter how many mess-ups I had. She stayed with me for 24 straight hours while I was withdrawing. Washed the sheets when I threw up even if she just changed them a few minutes ago. Held me while I was shaking uncontrollably in the bathtub. Washed me, fed me, just supported me through everything. She was the only reason I decided to clean up my act, and I did. I was 1 year sober and clean when I asked her out on a date, and from there we were inseparable. I ended up getting a job offer in a new state and I planned to ask her to marry me and move with me when her mother got sick. I never asked but planned to stay with her and decline the job offer. But once she found out about it, she encouraged me to take it and said we can do things long distance for a while till she was able to move with me. I was hesitant at first, but this was my dream job and I decided to do it. Unfortunately, life got in the way and we decided to end things on a good note. I was heartbroken for a long time. I met my current girlfriend roughly 6 months ago. She's a great girl but completely different from Emma. Personality and looks-wise things have been great, but she has made it clear she is very jealous of Emma. She knew if Em was right here now I would get back with head in a heartbeat. I never brought up Em in her presence and even cut contact with her to be respectful to my new girlfriend. I did still keep in touch with him occasionally, but never like I used to. Well, one day I woke up at 6:00 a.m. to go to the gym like I normally do. I left my phone this time, however, and when I got back, my girlfriend was in a very cheery mood and decided to cook me breakfast wearing nothing but lingerie and heels. We decided to skip breakfast and head to the bedroom where we had the most hottest, craziest lovemaking we ever had. I'm talking and saying she did things I never even thought possible. We were having so much fun. I was even late meeting up with my mom for lunch. Because it was her birthday. We normally have a lunch date together. Well, when I arrived at the cafe, my mother was crying her eyes out. I immediately asked her what was wrong and she explained that Em's mom had passed away. This morning I was stunned and upset. Em's mom was a beautiful lady and someone I had grown to love. I felt my own eyes get teary and I asked my mother how she knew. She told me Em called her and let her know I was a little hurt because why didn't she call me? I asked her why she never called me and my mother went on to say Em said she did call my phone this morning but my new girlfriend answered and basically told her to F off and no one cares. Your mother died, not even my name. I saw red and left the cafe and went straight home to confront my girlfriend. She denied it at first but then started crying saying she didn't mean it and she was sorry blah blah blah. I then realized that's why she was so aroused this morning when I got home from the gym that made my stomach churn horribly. I told her to pack her shite and get the F out and pretty much slammed the door in her crying face. I was done with her and blocked her from everything. I then called Em and we had a very long conversation. I was planning on going down there and spending the time there helping her bury her mom. She doesn't have a big family and I knew my help would mean a lot. But now I'm getting dozens of texts from my now ex-girlfriend's family and friends and even from my sister saying I'm an a-hole for not letting her explain. And it's not her fault because I never really gave her a chance and I put Em on a pedestal. Now I'm wondering if I did the right thing.